Hello, hi, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for finding me. I'm so happy to have you here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about all the books I've read recently. We're in April now, so I'm going to talk about all the books I read in Q1, so January, February, March, and that's about it. Let's jump into it. I started the year, well, actually last year. I haven't done a 2024 wrap up. Please let me know if you are still interested. I know we are in April, so it's a bit late. But anyway, last year I started reading the Throne of Glass series because I had heard that it was fantastic. I read Akatar a while ago. I don't even remember when. And I really loved it until I didn't. I think it should have been a trilogy, but it's fine. So I thought, let me jump into the Throne of Glass series. It's another fantasy. It's got fae. It's got people with magical stuff. I'm not the best at describing this, but it's okay. So I started that last year and I read the first 3 books in the series. There are 7, I believe, in total. So I started this year on book 4 and I finished book 4. That's Queen of Shadows. And then I also read, I'm skipping ahead, but I also read book 5 as well this year. Both of those books I gave 5 stars. I'm really enjoying it so far, basically. I can't really talk about those specific books because obviously we're so far in. But the series is about a assassin. So we meet an assassin. She's really young when we meet her, and she's an assassin. Her job is to kill people, and she's really good at it. And she's in a world where magic has been suppressed, and there are slaves, and people are treated really poorly, and she's on a mission. Basically, that's me giving you high level what the story is about, and I'm enjoying it. I am on book 6 now, and book 6 follows side characters, so we're not with the main gang, we're with other characters who are on their own private quest, and I don't care even a little bit. So I started that like 2 months ago, I think, and I'm honestly on chapter 4. Like, it's not going well. I have obviously been reading other books as well, but I don't know, I'm excited to get back to my main characters because the last book I read, which was Empire of Storms, that ended crazily. So I want to get back to her, but I need to read this book first. So I honestly don't know when I'm going to get back to it. But as of right now, I'm enjoying the series. The last 2 books were 5 stars. I think they're the only 5 stars I've given in the series. I think all the other books before were a 3 star. So overall, positive vibes to the series, but it's going to take me a while to finish it because I'm on book 6. I don't care even a little bit. The next book I read, I actually read this after Queen of Shadows, is The Favourites by Lane Fargo. I haven't heard of this author before this, but I follow someone on TikTok. Her name is, I think it's Bookish with Tammy or Books with Tammy. I don't know. I'll put her somewhere. I really enjoy her content. Anyway, she got an arc to this book called The Favourites, and she said this book is coming out next January. It's really good. It's like a hybrid between Magnolia Parks and Daisy Jones and the Six. And if you're not new to this channel, I absolutely love Magnolia Parks and I loved Daisy Jones and the Six. So I thought, this book was written for me, I'm going to love it. So I decided to buy it on my Kindle and I read it. Honestly, like, starting the book, oh my gosh, like, it starts so interesting. Like, it's about figure skaters, ice skaters. I'm not sure if they're the same thing. Anyway, it's about ice skating, and it's about a couple, and it's about a boy and a girl. They met when they were young and they've been ice skating together from a young age, and we're following them up, and their goals are the Olympics, basically. But when we start the book, like, they're like, oh my gosh, this scandal has happened. I'm sure you know about it. Obviously, the reader, we don't know about it, but we're going to find out. And we're just following their journey, how they met, all the way up until what happened, and it is so entertaining. It's the reason why people compare it to Daisy Jones and the Six, because some of the book is in like an interview style where they're not interviewing the main characters, but they're interviewing people who have watched their journey and been a part of their journey, and it is written so well and it's so captivating and entertaining, and I was like reading it so fast. I loved it. However, there are some tropes I don't enjoy. I'm not going to tell you them because I want you to read the book for yourselves, and this book had that. So around a portion of the book, I don't want to say when, I was just like, oh, this is just so disappointing. And honestly, like, it would have been the easiest 5 stars of this year if that didn't happen. I only bumped it down to a 4 star, but it really pissed me off. So that's the only like negative about the book. But for the most part, super entertaining, super engaging, very interesting. I've got no idea about ice skating, but I was hooked. I was so hooked. I kind of want to do like, I don't know if I want to do a separate video, but I want to talk, like, I want to gossip about the book, but obviously it's only going to apply to people who have read the book. I don't know, maybe we'll see. For the most part, I loved it. The next book that I read, I actually started this in 2024. It took me a while to get through. I don't even know if I can count this as read because my Kindle currently says 97%, but it's called The Book of Azrael. Someone actually that I follow on Instagram, she messaged me and she was like, "Girl, you'll love this book." She said, "You might not love the first one, but you'll love the second one. So read it." This book is about, how do I describe it? I'm not going to explain this book well at all, actually, because I'm confused. But it's basically about this girl. She's 1,000,000 years old. I don't know about 1,000,000, but she's hundreds of years old. She's been around the block. And when we meet her, she's working for a guy who's not nice. And he's commanding her to do things because he basically saved her family. So she's kind of indebted to him. And we basically follow her on a quest where we meet other people. And there's like a war going on. I explained that poorly. I'm aware. But that just tells you that I'm confused. I didn't like this book at all. I feel like it started really painfully slow. Then we meet the love interest. And I was like, oh, cute. You know, I'm vibing with it. And then it gets painfully boring and slow again. Like, how can you have me and then you lose me? I didn't like it at all. It's currently sat at 97% on my Kindle. I will not be picking it up. I'm completely comfortable with the 3% never getting read. I'm not curious enough. And there's other books to read out there. I didn't enjoy it at all. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it was too long. I think that's the issue. It was too long. There were scenes that didn't need to be that long. If you just cut out the crap scenes and just left the interesting scenes, I think we had plot. I don't doubt the second book is amazing because I've heard so many good things about it. But for me, if you can't hook me on the first book, I'm not reading the second one. So yeah, that was a 1 star for me. I didn't like it at all. Oh no, I'm lying. That was a 2 star. Let me not be so disrespectful. I gave it 2 stars on Goodreads. Okay. Next, I read Empire of Storms, which is the 5th book in the Throne of Glass series. We've already spoken about that. So one of my favourite booktubers is Heather, and she loves Mariana Zapata. She's listed her favourite books of that author, so I picked 2 of them up. So the first book I read was All Roads Lead Here. Warning, I've been told, and it is true, I've confirmed, her books are slow burn. If you like that immediate get together, you're not going to enjoy her book. But if you don't mind a slow burn, I mean, they don't hold hands until you're like 80% through the book, then you might enjoy this. So All Roads Leads Here. We follow a girl, I can't even remember her name. It's fine. We follow our main character, and she's basically going through a phase in her life where unfortunately her marriage has ended and she just wants a fresh start. So she moves to a place where she has a history with and she's basically starting her life over there, and she rents an Airbnb apartment, and we follow her journey from there. It's a romance book. It's really, really slow. I did find it really boring to begin with, but it got really interesting, and it was really cute and endearing. Like the guy, our male main character, is just really sweet. I feel like he annoyed me in the beginning, but he grew on me a bit. So I think I was just excited. I put 5 stars here. I honestly think it's a 4-star. So I am going to change that on my Goodreads, but I really enjoyed it. It was a really cute book, a nice romance, slow burn. I would recommend it. Had a good time. Do you know what? I'm making faces because I'm feeling uncomfortable about the next book I read. So I'm going to skip to the other Mariana Zapata book that I read, and then we'll come back. I'm not avoiding it, I promise. So the next I'm not going in order, but the next Mariana Zapata book was Wait For It. And I liked it, but I think I preferred All Roads Lead Here more. I think I did. I gave Wait For It 3 stars. It was cute. It's about this woman, and she's now taking care of her 2 nephews, and she's also moved to a new location, and we're basically following her life. And then there's a neighbor, and he is adorable. So yeah, it took a while for him to become adorable, just saying. But yeah, again, slow burn, cute. I like it. I do like a slow burn. I don't know if Mariana's are too slow for me. I'm not sure, because I do like a slow burn where they don't even where she doesn't even realize he likes her until 80% of the book. But at the same time, I feel like at some points it's just a bit slow and not a lot is happening. I don't know. As much as I like slow burn, I like there to be a bit of action, a bit of jealousy in there as well. And this doesn't really have that. These are more cutesy books. So I do recommend them. I did have fun. But yeah, 4/5 stars is the vibe I'm getting from this author. But I will definitely pick up another book because I was entertained and I enjoyed it. Okay, the book that I was uncomfortable with. Not uncomfortable, but let's just keep this between us. I read Lights Out by Vanessa Allen. I actually did a half marathon. And I was looking for an audiobook to numb me through the pain of running a half marathon. I'm on my feet for 2 hours. Like, I needed something to entertain me. So I just searched like fun audiobook, and someone recommended Lights Out. So I was like, okay, I did not read what this book was about. I just pressed purchase on my Audible and I listened to Lights Out. This is the most fun Audible book, 18 plus, just telling you now. Okay, this is the most fun Audible book that I have ever listened to, or audiobook I've ever listened to. I had a fun time. It's basically about this girl who gets stalked. I'm not going to talk too much about it. I'm getting uncomfortable. All I will say is that it was really fun. And I'd like to move on swiftly. Thank you. Okay, I've recovered. The next book that I read was Wild Side by Elsie Silver. I'm surprised I read this. So Elsie Silver wrote the Chestnut Spring series. I've got it over there. That's 5 books. And I had the best time. I didn't like the first one, to be honest with you. I think I gave it 2 stars. But I loved the rest. I think all the rest were like 4 or 5 stars. Chef's Kiss, amazing series. It's like a cowboy romance series. Recommend if you haven't read them. They're so cute. So then she wrote a new series. I think all of them are single dads or going to be single dads. And I love a single dad romance, I'm not going to lie. So I picked up the first one called Wild Love, and it wasn't great. I think I gave it like 2.5 stars. It was okay, nothing compared to the Chestnut Spring series, but I didn't like the first one, so I was like, all right, maybe she's like an author that needs to warm up. Then I read the second book in the series, which is Wild Eyes. I did not like that at all, like even worse than the first one. I think I gave that like 2 stars. I rarely give a book 1 star, to be honest with you. I just didn't like it. It was about this pop star who comes to a like small town and meets a single dad and lives with him because there's a reason. It does make sense in the book, but yeah, I don't know. I was not attached to them at all, like any of the characters, to be honest. I just didn't like it. I told myself I wasn't going to pick up this series again because like we're 2 books in and I'm not enjoying it. However, we did hear about another couple in the book. In the second book, we heard about another couple and I was like, oh, they sound interesting. So even though I said I'm not going to continue with this series, I'm going to buy the next book. So I pre-ordered it on Audible because yeah, we meet them, and in that book, I don't think this is a spoiler because we meet them in a book before, but in that book, they're these 2 people that hate each other and then they just turn up married, and it was just super random, super quick. So I was like, okay, I'm going to need the backstory here. So that's why I didn't need to tell you that long story. I just like to yap sometimes. But anyway, that's why I picked up Wild Side by Elsie Silver, which is the 3rd book in this series. And it was the best book so far, but it still wasn't great. I gave it like 3.5 stars. It was good. My favourite for sure. But I don't know. I just feel like this series isn't giving Chestnut Springs. We meet Tabitha in the other 2 books, actually. And she appears in all the books in this series. And she has a sister who has unfortunately passed away of drug overdose. So trigger warning, if that's a sensitive subject for you, don't pick it up. So she's basically left with her nephew. And then she meets this guy who knew her sister and the nephew. And we're following their love story there. Don't want to give too much away, but that's basically the premise of the book. It was okay. Honestly, it was all right. It wasn't bad in any means, but it also wasn't like, I wouldn't read it again. I wasn't super, super excited. It was just cute. It was okay. I don't have too much to say, to be honest with you. It was okay. I'm just going to move on now. The next book I read, I heard really good things about this book a while ago, and I was just looking for a new book to read. So I listened to this book. I've been listening to books a lot. Anyway, I listened to this book. This book is called In a Jam by Kate Canterbury. And this book is about a woman who gets broken up with on her wedding day. That is so disrespectful. But yeah, her fiance calls her and says like it's not going to work. And she's like, what do you mean? Like, you have to at least come here. Bear in mind, she's dressed. The photographer is in the room with her. Like, she is ready to walk down that aisle. She's like, what do you mean? Like, you have to come here and explain to our guests that the wedding isn't happening. And he was like, oh, my family already know. She's like, what do you mean your family already know? He was like, I told them yesterday. She said, you told your family yesterday and you allowed me to come here and get dressed in my white dress today. Anyway, that's how we start the book. And then basically, obviously she's heartbroken. She moves in with her best friend, and then she gets a call saying like her aunt, who's passed away, or great aunt or something like that, has basically left her farm in a little old town, but to acquire it permanently, she needs to be married. Honestly, it's a stupid premise. Even just saying it out loud, that sounds dumb, but that's the premise of the book. So she moves to that town, obviously. She meets a cute guy, obviously, and then we follow them from there. I didn't like it. I didn't like the book at all, actually. I don't know, I just feel like I'm past the point where, you know, the same thing is being done all the time. Like, you go to a small town, you meet a cute guy, they get jealous. You don't know that he likes you, even though it's so freaking obvious. Like, open your silly little eyes. I don't know. It just was... I think because I've been reading a lot of romance books recently, like, I just feel like you can't just be the boring, same, I'm thinking of the word, it's not coming, but same repeated sentences all the time, and I just felt like it was that. I wasn't engaged at all. Maybe one was a bit aggressive, but it wasn't for me. I didn't like it. Then I have 3 more books in the list, and this will go by very quickly because they are all rereads. I was sat... Do you know what it was? I think Inner Jam just pissed me off so much that I was like, I just need a good romance book. I don't want to gamble. I want to read a good book that I know is fantastic. So what did I do? I reread the first 3 books in the Windy City series. I've said it before, I love that series. I think it might be my favourite romance series. Just pure romance, no like fantasy or anything, just romance book. Boy meets girl and they love each other eventually. It's my favourite. I'm obsessed. And yeah, I reread the first one, which is Mile High. That one's gotten a lot of hate. I actually filmed a video a while ago. I never posted it. I might do it. Anyway, that book's got a lot of hate because 1, the guy's an asshole. 2, a lot of people were like annoyed that like how the character was represented in the book because of how the author represented it. I don't know. It's an interesting topic, but whatever. So there's a lot of reasons why people don't like that first book. I loved it personally. The guy is a big asshole. Like, if you don't like reading a book, I don't want you to read this series and start off on the wrong foot. So if you're not comfortable with reading a book about a guy who's just a big dick, maybe start with book 2. I don't mind. For me, it's like, he's an asshole. He owns it. I don't really care. It's not my relationship. Do you know what I mean? But I still had fun reading it. So yeah, that's Mile High. The guy is a hockey player and the girl is a flight attendant. Then the second book, we meet the girl's twin brother. He is a basketballer and the girl is a flight attendant who we meet in the first book. They're best friends. And then the third book is about a baseball player. He's a single dad, and then the female love interest is a chef. Honestly, all 3 of them are 5 stars across the board. There you go. I have already started the 4th book in the series, which I read before, and I will give it 5 stars again when I'm finished. I'm obsessed. Honestly, I just needed something where I just knew what I was getting. I knew I was going to be smiling and kicking on my feet. I knew I was going to be happy. And the Windy City series is giving that to me. I'm having the best time. I'm obsessed. I'm absolutely obsessed, honestly. One of my favourites. I think when I'm done and I need another like series I'm going to read again, I'm going to jump into Abby Jimenez's world, which is Part of Your World, Yours Truly, and Just for the Summer, because I had the best time with those books as well. Similar vibes. They're both just amazing romances and not just your typical boring. Like, the characters have depth and I'm excited to read about them, and my heart breaks for them, but I also laugh and I just feel everything. I'm having such a good time rereading this series. And the 5th book is coming out this year. The 5th book is about Rio, and we meet Rio in book 1. Ever since book 1, I'm like, when is he getting a book? Finally, it's coming. The series is coming to an end. I think this is the last one, which breaks my heart, but it's fine. And Rio is that annoying character that comes up and just wants to be loved. And we've met him in all 4 other books, and I'm just obsessed with him. And he's not that type of annoying, which is like, oh, this guy's so irritating. It's like kind of a sexy annoying, like, oh, he wants to be loved and I'm happy to love him, you know? I'm so excited. So yeah, that's coming back. So I feel like I'm just prepping myself to read Rio's book. So I'm having the best time with reading currently. I feel like I've had my joy back, which is why I'm back on YouTube. Hopefully I stick at it, because I'm really bad at this. I know, I'm really bad at it. But hopefully I do stick out, because I'm having fun. So yeah, I'm having fun with reading. But yeah, I have some anticipated reads that I'm going to try and get through April. So that should hopefully be my next video, me reading anticipated reads. But yeah, good to be back. I hope that some of you stuck around. Great to see you. Please subscribe if you are new here. I would love to have you as part of the fam. And yeah, that is it from me.